Alright everyone, so just gonna move out of the light so it doesn't here. Stop it. Good enough. Okay, anyways, that's gonna have to work. So, I mentioned in the... That'll have to work. I mentioned in the video I literally just recorded that I was gonna go on a rant. And, here we go! So, for anyone who hasn't been keeping up with the Vic Mignogna situation, I sure have. I'm very glad for Vic that he's going through all this stuff that's finally going positive for him. So far it seems like people are chickening out on the words that they've said against him, so, good job, Internet. We've got him. Vic, so glad you're doing well. And I'm especially glad about one little event that just happened to, open up for him. For anyone who doesn't know of KamehaCon, it's basically a Dragon Ball Z celebration con, and that was one of the many places that had basically taken back the invitation they sent out to Vic after all the accusations had started. And recently, I'm not sure when, I just literally found this out today, I read the article pretty fast, but just recently, Vic was re-invited to the convention. And guess what? Do you remember Monica Rial? The, excuse my language, bitch that I absolutely hate at this point? Well, she's leaving. She's not going to the con anymore. Like, seriously? Now, I can understand that this may be, if the Vic thing was true, if the accusations were all accurate, if they were all completely true, and all the evidence that people had was completely true, which it obviously wasn't, it has proven not to be, already, because people are already pulling out, they're like, sorry, I'm sorry, ceasefire, don't attack us, we don't want to be charged with these accusations of slander, because we were just following the trend, like, sorry, we didn't mean it, we just went off of stuff we heard. And guess what? Monica refuses to admit it. Along with a few other people who have been slandering Vic's name, or were slandering Vic's name, Monica has still not given any regret about that. She still refuses to admit she was wrong. And for anyone who hadn't seen her Twitter page, you weren't even allowed to mention it to her. Unless it was obvious that you were supporting her, you weren't allowed to even talk to her about it, because if anyone would post a tweet to her, or reply to a tweet that she has made regarding the issue with that, let's just say that she would respond with a tweet such as, I will not take harassment, this tweet has been copied and sent to my legal team, and you should expect to basically be taken legal action upon if you continue. And I'm sorry, but you can't really sue someone for a tweet. It's not harassment. Harassment is when someone, specifically one person, not a whole group, when one person continues to nag you about something. That's considered harassment. But I'm pretty sure she blocks anyone on the first one, so it doesn't really give them the chance to harass them. Yeah, and also you can't sue them for that. You can't sue people on the internet for harassing you by asking questions. That's not even harassment to begin with. Like, you can't sue someone for that. If they were to throw your name down the toilet by accusing you of something, that's a different story. But no one's accused you of anything that I've seen. And I've seen multiple people get the same exact copied and pasted comment where she's basically blocking that person and then sending it to her lawyers. I'm like, are you serious? Not to mention, I want to specify, most of the people who have been accused of harassment have literally just asked questions about it. Not even specifically about Vic's side of things. It's just like something as simple as, when did this happen? There was one comment that was blocked for that. Like, are you serious right now? Oh, good. Looks like it's finished downloading. Like, are you serious right now? You're gonna block them for harassing by saying, when did this happen? Like, they're not accusing you of anything. They're specifically asking, when did this happen? You can take it as harassment, but it's obviously not. It's a freaking question. And this is why I'm calling her Queen Bitch. Because, Believe it or not, I had a lot of respect for her. I personally was a huge fan of hers. I'd actually wanted to meet her at a convention. Sadly, she never goes to any of the ones that are local around me, so I've never had a chance to meet her. Now I'm glad of that. Because there are many voice actors and actresses who I just can't even support anymore because of their accusations towards Vic with little to no evidence other than their own testimony. And I don't understand humans nowadays. Most of these people who have accused Vic of sexual assault or harassment or even just being a jerk, which isn't even illegal, by the way. Being a prick is just normal. That's human nature. Yes, some people are not exactly pricks by nature, but many people are, okay? It's not human nature, but you know what I mean. These people are all of a sudden admitting that they did something wrong, or they're not. And in Monica Rial's case, I have no respect for her anymore. Because at KamehaCon, I'm not sure if she's the only one who's said this, but I believe multiple people have. I have not figured that out yet. I saw the first article, and I didn't exactly read all the way through it, but I read the gist of it, and I also went and saw Vic's post or tweet about it and everything. And basically she says, I wish I could quote this right now. Basically, what Monica says is, I'm sorry that I've had to choose this, but I will have to not attend this convention as a panel host or guest or whatever. I'll try and hold some other way for my fans to get signatures, and I think it's just like something about like it being announced on a later date. I'll try and find the actual clip and post at the end of the video. I'll see if I can do that. It was an article that literally was just on my phone from recommended like articles that I should look at. And I actually bookmarked it because I do want to read it all the way. But I had to rant about this immediately because Monica, like, yes, Vic's gonna be there. Face the man. The thing about this is, if the accusations were true, I can understand it. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near someone who has harassed you. But you've shown no evidence of this, and any evidence you have shown has been proven to be false by either posts in the previous posts that you've made that completely negate your current posts, or tweets, I should say, not posts. I'm not used to social media, okay? Or just, you have no evidence to back things up in the first place. You go off of what you believe is right, but that's you being a selfish prick, and in this case, a bitch. And I'm not gonna call her anything else other than Monica Rial or bitch, because she's acting like a complete bitch. There is no denying that. And if you guys don't know, voice actors don't get paid a lot. I know this for a fact because I've seen many voice actors send testimonies about this. They don't get paid much more than any other normal worker. Most of the income that they make, depending on the voice actor, is from these conventions. Going to events, meeting fans, getting signatures done. So, can you see why I would be a bit suspicious about her holding her own signature signings? Because obviously she's not going to get paid for this convention if she doesn't attend. So, why don't you go and notice that, maybe she's going to hold her own signature thing so she can get paid for signatures without having to be near the man that she slandered. Like, seriously, no one's going to attend the stupid signature thing that you do. Not when it's only you. I'm not sure it was only going to be her, but obviously no one else is going to... She's not talking about a specific convention. If she was, she'd already be doing signings most likely, so that's not going to make fans want to join you. They're already going to be there. The thing is, she's unwilling to at least be honest about what happened. And if she was honest, I'd have a little bit more respect for her, but currently I have absolutely 0% respect for her. I don't know why I tried to do it like this, because you can't see the zero. The zero. I just can't believe you, Monica. And I've been following her Twitter for a long time because I just need... I need to know what's going on, because obviously things aren't exactly accurate from her side. And by the way, I want to point out, I wasn't completely biased. I didn't believe anyone until I looked at the actual facts behind it. I looked at YouTubers who had actual facts behind it, not just people testifying or giving little talks about it. People who actually had solid facts, had proof that was perfectly exhibited and was the full story. Because obviously people weren't giving the full story. It's just obvious because now people are backing out like, no, sorry, we don't want to be in trouble for this, which you're obviously going to be. That's what happens when you do a little thing called slander, which is illegal. So good job. That's what social media can do to you. Join a trend, and if it's a trend that involves slander, you can get arrested for it. Well, you can get fined for it. Maybe you can get arrested for it, but I know for a fact you can get fined. But honestly, most people who were giving testimonies about this, anyone who's accused Vic, I completely understand that, yeah, it was a trend, you wanted to be famous. I mean, that's normal. You just want to have attention. That's a normal human thing. But if you're unwilling to admit that you're wrong and continue to say you're right when it's been proven that you aren't, and apparently, by the way, her fans are still somehow there. I don't know how she still has fans because, other than maybe people think she's attractive, because, I mean, Vic's a guy. If guys think that she's attractive, obviously they're not, unless they're gay or bisexual. The point is, I don't know how the heck she has fans. On her Twitter page, there's so many people supporting her, and why? If you look at any of her tweets that have supposed evidence, actually, you know what? If anyone can find a tweet that hasn't already been disproved by someone or that you think can't be disproved, send it to me. Send me the link. I will disprove it. Because I've been doing this for a while. I've been looking at the evidence for a while. And, like I said, I haven't been biased. I looked at the evidence before I made my choice. I looked at every bit of stuff there, every bit of information there was. I haven't really called anyone out unless I can disprove everything they've said. And like I said, I've been following her page since the beginning of this, so yeah. I've easily been on top of the game, you may say, where she's been dragging the game down the crapper. So yeah. And honestly, Monica, get a life. I actually supported you once, and you betrayed not only Vic, but the trust of many of your fans by going and being the hopeless victim. No. I'm done. So that's my rant for this video. Like I said, I challenge you. Come up with a post, send me a post of hers or any sort of evidence that she's claimed, and if there's evidence to it, I'll disprove that evidence because I've already been doing that for my free time. I have nothing better to do other than make random vlogs like this where I just talk about stuff that I absolutely hate in people. And like I said, I can't judge people. I don't have the ability to judge people. I've said that on my channel multiple times, but I sure as hell can hate their actions and their guts. And Monica, I don't respect you. I have no respect for you. Doesn't mean I hate you, doesn't mean I judge you, but I 100% fucking judge your actions. Because you have shown no bit of any sort of regret or restraint on this case. So yeah. And I'm sorry if this triggers some of you, but if you're a fan of hers, you need to get a life or notice that maybe you should go be a fan of someone else because they probably have a better chance of giving you a reason to trust them. Yes, Monica's good at what she does, but she's also a horrible person in the aspect that she's ruined another person's whole career, or at least almost did. And just because it's almost and didn't actually happen, let me just point out, he lost a lot of his career down this. Rooster Teeth and Funimation both completely cut ties with him. And I'm not sure if they've reconnected ties, but so far there's been no evidence of that. And honestly, Vic, don't go back to them. Funimation, I can understand Funimation. It was one of your first all-time things. Like, it was one of your most famous roles. And Rooster Teeth, I hate to see you lose the role of being Crow, but they don't deserve you. They didn't even do an investigation, so don't even go back to them. Just for your own sake. I just feel like this has gotten to the point where things are getting better, but at the same time, people are still grasping at any straws they can to throw his career down the toilet. And I just don't get it. I have no sympathy, no respect, no even care for Monica Rial right now, because she is just, I've never met someone more despicable than her right now. I literally haven't, and I've never met her either. But I've never heard of someone from my lifetime, like people in history. That's a different story. But people who I've seen things happen and they've taken part in. I've never seen someone be this much of a bitch. Anime, that's a different story. Actual characters who don't exist, that's a different story. But real life stuff, I've never seen a bigger betrayal. And trust me, I've experienced those. You're talking to someone who was abused as a kid and then adopted after being in an abused family. And guess what? I never knew my birth parents. Went into a foster family where I was abused, and went into the family I'm in now. Let's say I've been through enough betrayal in my life, and I still think I've done better than. I still think I'm in a better place than Vic. So, and that's not that's not saying that I'm better than Vic. I'm just saying I have been through hell, and yet I feel like he's having the worst end of this. And I just wish that he will get back everything he's lost, and possibly even take from the people who have made him lose it, which I'm not the person who has the right to decide justice. But, this is just how it works. This is how law works. Slander is illegal. It's bound to happen. And no matter how much apologizing you do to him, it's not going to change the damn law. Whether or not he chooses to press charges, you're still forever going to be seen as a selfish prick with no self-dignity who required some sort of famous attention or some sort of popularity on the internet by throwing a man's whole career and his whole life down the shitter. Also, Vic, I'm very sorry for swearing in this. I know you're a very strong Christian man. I try to say that way as well, but sometimes I just break. So, bye everyone.